Hello, and welcome to our program honoring young writers of the A Book That Shaped Me Summer Writing Contest. I'm Lola Pine, and I work in the Office of Communications at the Library of Congress. One of my favorite projects here at the largest library in the world is managing the A Book That Shaped Me program, which gives area young people a unique opportunity to participate in the National Book Festival, which is the library's premier outreach event celebrating books and reading. We're delighted that today's contest presentation will be emceed by Un Yang, who is no stranger to the National Book Festival. Un is an Emmy Award-winning television anchor for NBC4 Washington. In addition to anchoring News 4 Today, she files compelling community stories about people and organizations important to the Washington area and has been an author introducer for the book festival for the past 8 years. She is also the mother of 3 and a proponent of books and reading for young people. I'm pleased to turn the program over to Un.
Thank you, Lola. Lola, thank you so much. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the National Book Festival. It is one of my favorite events of the whole year. I clear my calendar for this event. I have 3 kids, as Lola mentioned. 2 of them are playing soccer. I brought one of them with me, and she's right. I am such a huge fan of books and reading. Books take you on adventures. They help you see the world through so many different perspectives. You don't even have to leave your house to go and meet new people and interesting things. And one of the best things about books is they teach you so much more about other people and more about yourself, which is what this essay contest is all about. I'm so serious about reading, and I'm such a mean mom that, of course, there's a lot of reading to do at my house over the summer. And in fact, I made my kids write a book report. No, it was not required by the school, but I wanted to know that my kids not only are reading the words, because they're all voracious readers and they can eat up the books, but that they have an understanding of what they're reading. So sorry, guys. It's what I do. It's because I love you, and it is because I love books, and I know you do too. So welcome. It's going to be such a great day. Today, Lola and I are joined on the stage by Jamie Appalled from the Mensa Education and Research Foundation, who also served as one of the grand prize judges of this year's contest. A big job, I know, very tough. So many good essays out there. A Book That Shaped Me was launched by the Library of Congress in 2012 with the DC Public Library and has expanded through the Mid-Atlantic region. The contest asks rising 5th and 6th graders to reflect on a book that has shaped their lives, influencing the way they see themselves, their community, or their world. Students enter by writing a 1-page essay that then they submit in person to a participating public library in Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia, Delaware, Pennsylvania, or West Virginia. The essays are first judged by members of the American Association of School Librarians. So these are very important judges, and the 30 finalists being honored today were selected by that panel that represent these 5 states that received essays over the summer. I will now go ahead and read the names of the finalists by state, and then Lola and Jamie will hand their certificates as they come up on the stage, and stay up here, all the finalists, so we can take a picture and all that good stuff. So we're going to start right here in Washington, D.C., through the D.C. Public Library's location. Those are my libraries. I love them. They're just a great resource of books and information. And if I mispronounce your name, please forgive me in advance. My name is Un Yang, so I know what it's like to have your name mispronounced for your entire life. So please bear with me. All right. Safia Biswal from Chevy Chase Library. She was also the winner last year, so welcome back. Raphael Fox from the Tenley Friendship Library. Ben Smith from the Chevy Chase Library. Brooke Talbot from the Shaw Watha T. Daniel Library. Miles Walters from the Chevy Chase Library. And the district winner for 2018 is Zuri Kenyati from the Anacostia Neighborhood Library. Take a picture. All right. Congratulations to all of you. All right. Next, we're going to the Maryland finalists from the Montgomery County Public Libraries this year. We have Bria Ampal from the Germantown Library, Elise Boutian from the Connie Morella Library, Grace Hollenbach from the White Oak Library, Juliet Mamalian from the Potomac Library, Joseph K. Matthew from the Germantown Library. And the Maryland winner this year is Alyssa Yu from the Germantown Library. Congratulations.
Congratulations. There you go, everyone.
Congratulations. All right, now Virginia. Bella DeFilippi could not be here today, but Bella is one of the finalists. Devin Hagan from the Arlington Public Library. Eleanor G. Hoopengardner from the Arlington Public Library. Julianne Lim from the Montclair Community Library. Landon Pollard from Bedford Central Library. And this year's Virginia State winner is Arya Patnaik from the Reston Regional Library of Fairfax County. Congratulations. All right, next, we are going to announce the finalists for Delaware. We have Maggie Clark Fields, who could not be here. Reese Corbett from the Dover Public Library. Tim Mao from the Hawkinson Library. Amrita Rai from the Kirkwood Library. Michelle Ratanraj from the Hawkinson Library. And the Delaware winner is Sarah Jane McMahon, also with the Hawkinson Library of Newcastle County. Okay. Congratulations to you. And lastly, but not leastly, we have the finalists from Pennsylvania. Not here today are Sienna Camlin and Michaela Clement St. Louis and Hannah Strawhecker, but congratulations to them. We do have Braden Samuelson from the Ole Valley Community Library and Annabelle Troop from the Quakertown Library, and she was a finalist last year as well, so welcome back, congratulations. And the 2018 Pennsylvania winner is Tyler Williams from Spring City Free Library of Chester County Libraries. Congratulations. All right, can we give one big, huge round of applause to our finalists and state winners? An amazing job to spend your time reflecting on a book that shaped your life, to write about it, take the initiative to turn it in, to be here up on stage. A big congratulations. Keep reading those books and keep writing. It's so important, and I will tell you right now, as a journalist who's been in this business for a long time, writing is a part of every profession and dream you pursue. And I know it's tough, but keep that writing up. I know it's not your favorite. Reading is so much easier, but keep on that writing. All right, so next we're gonna hear from Jamie Appalled, one of A Book That Shaped Me judges, to introduce the grand prize winners today. She is the Gifted Youth Programs Manager for the Mensa Education and Research Foundation. She also helped develop these great children's guides that you have to the National Book Festival, which you can pick up today. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jamie Appalled.
Thank you, Anne. It's my pleasure to be here. To say that books have been an important part of my life would be a grave understatement. When I was a child, growing up in a low socioeconomic home, books were my escape. They were proof that there was a world. Thank you. I'm short, sorry. There was proof that there was a world out there that was big and broad, and it was full of hope and people doing things that didn't happen where I came from. So books were my escape, and because of them and the love of literature that I grew from my local library, because we certainly didn't have money to go to Barnes & Noble, I became the person I am today, which loves books and loves literature and is so proud and honored to be a part of the National Book Festival and the Library of Congress. It truly is one of the highlights of the great things I get to do for kids all year long. Being a judge for the Book That Shaped Me contest is a nerd's greatest goal. It truly is. When they asked me to be a judge, I thought, seriously, me? Do they know who I am? It has been so fun to watch your kids express on paper the joy and the life-changing moments that they've gotten from literature of any type and nature. And we have a wide and varied selection of books that your children choose. Please take a moment and join me in giving our thanks and appreciation to the other judges. If you would stand for the judges of a Book That Shaped Me contest. As unsaid, it is a tough job, but it's well worth that struggle to be able to share with you today the top 3 award winners of the 2018 Book That Shaped Me contest. First up, I would like to welcome Zuri Kenyatta, who wrote about Lucky Broken Girl by Ruth Behar. Please come on up, Zuri. Zuri is our third place grand prize winner and the winner from the District of Columbia. Zuri is going to share with us her essay that she wrote about Lucky Broken Girl.
Need a program. It's in a program. Can you ask if anyone has a program? Yeah.
Can we borrow a program? Thank you. So Zuri wrote a very personal essay, and it was really very moving. She'll be sharing that with us in just a moment. One of the things that I loved about her essay is that she talked so much about hope. Ms. Zuri, whenever you're ready to share with us.
Have you ever considered that one bad decision could change your life forever? The book Lucky Broken Girl by Ruth Behar taught me this lesson. In the book, an immigrant Jewish family is involved in a car accident and the daughter Ruthie is severely injured. Bedridden, Ruthie is forced to stay in her room, strung to the ceiling in a body cast for a year. She is dependent on her mom for everything, even everyday necessities like using the bathroom and bathing. Even her meals, which had to be smaller than usual, so she would not outgrow her body cast, are brought to her. She is no longer physically able to go to school, so the school sends a tutor to her house to help her keep up with her classwork. Life for 10-year-old Ruthie has changed, and there isn't much she could do about it. This book has many morals and lessons that stuck with me long after I finished reading. The one that had the greatest impact is that one bad decision could change a person's life. The boys who injured Ruthie chose to be reckless and drive drunk without considering the lives of others on the road. As a result, they not only severely wounded Ruthie, but they killed other drivers and themselves. This one poor choice changed a community of people's lives forever. A woman is paralyzed for the rest of her life. Ruthie loses her independence and is disabled for a year, and the boys don't get to see the other side of 16. This had a lifelong effect on the families too. This is tragic, something I would never want to experience. Lucky Broken Girl taught me to think about the consequences of my actions before doing them. This book also encouraged me to find a new perspective when I'm feeling sad. When Ruthie is depressed and starts painting the boys as ghosts, her new neighbor Chico turns her bed around towards the window to give her an optimistic view. Ruthie begins to feel better instantly. Instead of being preoccupied with negative thoughts, she starts painting butterflies and flowers. This taught me that sometimes all it takes is a different point of view to change the scenario. Lucky Broken Girl taught me that I am in control. I have the power to determine my actions and my life.
Congratulations, Zuri. You can certainly see why she's a third place winner. I love her comment about one choice can alter the lives of a whole community. Great job, Zuri. Next up, I'm happy to introduce our second place grand prize winner and the Virginia State winner, Miss Aria Putnick. She wrote about One for the Murphys. And I will tell you, after reading her essay, it made me want to read this book. This young lady managed to tell quite the story with her words, and we'll be happy to hear that from her in just a few moments.
One for the Murphys is a book about family, strength, heroes, and most of all, what it feels like to be loved. Thanks. Carly Connors has a mother who throws parties, drinks too much alcohol, and can't bear to say I love you to her own daughter. When Carly's abusive stepdad hurts her and her mother, Carly is forced into foster care with the Murphys, an affectionate family with a mother who gives Carly a voice and makes her realize what she's been missing. This book has left an impact on me for multiple reasons. First, it taught me that there is no need to try to be tough because a little sensitivity is only natural. Second, it made me realize the true value of family and the love they provide. And lastly, I learned what it feels like to be castaway or apart from normal. This beautiful story provides a behind-the-scenes look at a strong girl with a sensitive heart. Growing up with two older brothers, people expect me to be tough. They expect tears to be a foreign language. Carly has taught me that being tough is different than being strong. The exact definition of tough is not easily broken or cut, while the definition of strong is accompanied by great power. This means physically, but also mentally. You go forth and face your obstacles. As Julie Murphy says, it's easier to lock yourself away. It takes strength to face things that scare you. I no longer feel like if I have feelings, I'm weak. I finally feel free and human. I've discovered my emotions and a whole new side of myself. One for the Murphys left me feeling lucky, blessed, and thankful. Oftentimes, I find myself complaining about my annoying brothers or whining to my parents because something isn't fair. But after reading this book, I realized that it's all just part of the definition of family. One line from the book caught my eye. The way she reached in, pulled me out, dusted me off, and said that I only needed to be the great person I am. I realized that that's exactly what family does. They take you under their wing when you're broken, heal your wound, and tell you to fly. So many people don't get tucked in at night. So many people don't get to eat dinner with their family, and so many people don't get to play catch with their brothers. A family is something you can lean on in times of worry or sadness, and yet so many people don't have that. Carly really highlighted all the perks of a family that I see every day, yet take for granted. All my life, I've never been the new kid. I've never felt different or an outcast. My whole life is familiar. I've never moved schools or houses, and that's why when my parents told me that for 7th grade, I'm going to a private school where I don't know anybody and where there are probably some mean girls, I have to admit I was scared. This wonderful look into Carly's thoughts have shown me what it feels like to stand apart from everyone else. An example from the book is when Carly says, I was right about being a foster kid. It is humiliating. When people put labels on you, it's hard to escape them. It's hard to know that you're not like everyone else, and it takes time to realize that that's okay. Carly has taught me that change is okay, and it happens fast, and though it may be difficult, you just have to adjust. Carly is always strong and stays confident no matter where she is, and I think everyone can learn from that. I've read this book 3 times, each at different stages of my life. And each time, this book has helped me for different reasons. It has taught me valuable lessons that help me every day. Just like Julie Murphy stuck with Carly, One for the Murphys stuck with me and will always stick with me. When I finished One for the Murphys, new thoughts sprung into my head that I'd never thought of before. I thought about why some parents can handle kids and some parents can't. I thought about what I would do if I had to choose between a loving and supportive family and a neglectful but fun mom. One for the Murphys is about what strong really means, always staying confident in the importance in many forms of family.
Thank you, Aria. Wonderful job. And last but not least, we are happy to welcome to the stage Mr. Tyler Williams, who wrote about the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. Will you please come on up, Tyler? Tyler is our first place grand prize winner and the Pennsylvania State winner.
Dear librarian, let me tell you about how the Harry Potter series gave me the strength to be happy again. A few years ago, I was bullied in school by my best friends, and I was too afraid to tell an adult. I eventually told my parents about it, and the threat was gone. It's a well-known fact among Potterheads that Harry Potter overcame Voldemort. I kind of thought of it like this: Harry as a schoolboy and Voldemort as a bully. Harry overcame Voldemort and became a hero. Albus Dumbledore said in the book Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, "It takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to our enemies, but just as much to stand up to our friends." I can relate to this quote because my bully pretended to be my friend by playing games with me and letting me come over for a sleepover, but he was a wolf in sheep's clothing. The way I was treated left me in the darkness. Dumbledore in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban also said, "Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light." I needed to get out of the dark, so I turned on the light and told my parents. I was happy again because I was free from my bully. By defeating the threat, I made sure that other kids didn't share my fate. The Harry Potter series helped me find light in my darkest of times. It gave me courage to overcome a bully, just like Harry defeated Voldemort. My hope is that other kids get the same courage I did while reading this amazing series.
Congratulations, Tyler. Big hand for all of our finalists and all of our essay writers this year. They've done a great job.
Wonderful job. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Lola. Thank you to the winners. Thank you for sharing your stories. I know that when you write an essay about a book that shaped you, you're sharing such a personal part of who you are, and to provide these beautiful words to share with everyone else, it will touch us and leave us with a gift. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for everyone who contributed, and I hope you will continue to write and continue to enter this essay contest. Can we just, one more round of applause to indulge before we move on to their day. There's so many fun things to do here at the National Book Festival. To all of you this afternoon, to all the parents out here who are supporting your children in their writing, to the wonderful families, the teachers, librarians, educators who make this program possible. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I know how hard it is. It takes a village to foster these children and raise up good children, good people who love to read and write. Thank you for joining the Library of Congress in nurturing the culture of reading and writing and treating authors like they should as rock stars in this place. We honor you and all your accomplishments and are really grateful for your scholarship. A job well done to you once again. Thank you so much. I love this festival. I love this event. Hope to see you back here next year. Please spend the day and explore all these wonderful resources and books here at the Book Festival. Have a great day. We'll see you next year.